Happy Monday, everybody. I just woke up, so my day just started, and so I guess the video just started. Today, we highbank the North Saskatchewan River, that's right. Kenny's just letting everybody know where we are. And yeah, a little bit of mist in the air. It's just the perfect temperature all the time here. I'll show you a little bit of a scene here for anyone just joining us. You haven't seen everything we've been up to so far. I'm the one living like a king in the end of this building over here. And there's a little cook shack over there. And somehow, magically every morning, delicious food just appears on the table for me. They are incredible hosts, treating me like a king. And everybody seems really, really excited about trying out this highbanker and doing some gold mining. So whatever happens throughout today, you know, you have an itinerary. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but I'll take you along for the whole journey and we'll show you the gold mining. I'm really excited about that. Today for my breakfast snack, I've got on the left these banana flavored bananas and on the right these banana flavored bananas. They're the same, but different. And they're both very delicious. My room is locked up. The truck is loaded. Got some bananas and fruit. We'll just load those into the truck. Of course, I've got my steel-toed mining flip-flops here. Now, the only thing between us and a good gold mining session is finishing this cup of tea.
Okay.
Well,
We're all here.
This is the big moment.
Oh, yes. Let's do this.
Let's do this. It's happening, everybody.
Yes.
It's happening.
Yes.
Let's get the gold.
Yes.
Let's get the gold.
Good now.
All right, we'll get this set up. Got a whole operation going here. And this is the old bridge. The new highway bridge is just down that way. And this right here is, I think, the target area. Willie, we're gonna ask him in a minute. He's the guy who's here 5 days a week. And we did some test pans on day 2 of this adventure. But just all along the surface, there's gold everywhere. We'll go down a little bit. We'll do some test pans, but the highbanker's getting set up over there. All right, Willie? Yes. You know where we're gonna go with this. So do you wanna take it straight there or take it out of the box here on the bridge?
I think I'll take it out of the box.
Okay, out of the box.
We must wet the box and then when
Yeah. Probably a 2-person just to get it out of there. So the plan is, Willie's going to guide me to the spot we're going to set up at.
Yes.
And I'm going to do the first setup of the highbanker just to make sure that, like, I'm basically going to show everybody here's how I would put it together.
Yes.
And then later on, we're going to make sure that I step back and you do it.
Yes.
And you know how to do it, but I'll do the first demonstration.
Yes.
So for now, we've got all the legs in here. It's ready to go, and I can just kind of pick it up and carry it. But what I'm gonna do when I'm in Alberta, I've got my boat and I set up, to make it a little easier to carry, I like to just sort of have the legs in so they don't flop around anywhere. You can have these actually I should do that the other way, to be honest. Let's just put them in. Yeah, perfect. All right. And this guy right here. Okay, now you can just set it down. So to carry it, when you lift this up and you lift this up, if you put it here, it won't work, but if you put it in the middle, you can actually just lift it like this. Oh, just gotta snug those up a little. Yeah, just tighten it up a bit. Yeah. So like this, it's kind of, you can carry it a fair bit. It's nice and easy. You can bring the hoses. We'll get the pump later, but we'll go set it up. All right, I'm going to follow Willie over here. So I'll just set this down. So we're thinking right here. So we want to go deep. Will we dig down this way, and okay, down this way. So how about this end of the Highbanker is going to have a big pile of rocks. And this end is going to be all the fine gravel. So if we set it up here, this pile is going to cover up this ground. So we don't want to dig here after. But we can move all the rocks to the side as it goes. But since the hole is right over there, how about we start by going a little closer? So we can just say here, right? That a good distance? Okay. Right by your finger here, if you look here. See, there's a bubble? Yeah, so we that up, and then wait till that's, so down just a little bit. Yeah. I like to just sort of give it a little wobble, get everything settled in.
Yes.
And now we're gonna go and we're just gonna double check. So this is perfectly level. This side needs to come down just a little teeny bit. So I just drop that like that. We're all good. And then this one is level. So we're actually good. And you can put a few rocks around the legs, but we'll get that with some loose gravel. Once we've shoveled about 20 shovels, we can double check everything again, make sure it's settled in. But this is now ready for the pump. Yeah. So this is actually perfect. We can take water from over here, bring it up on this side. If you need to, you can just unscrew and swip this, and then pumps on that side. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just cam lock, so in and out. Yep. And with this here, so you just twist down. Okay. So in order to start the pump, remember the two things was every time we have it turned off and we're not using the pump, just turn off the fuel. So now that we're here, we're going to turn on the fuel, and we got to put water into this before we start it. So maybe a gold pan or something, and we can pour water into there, and yeah. But yeah, we'll get a pan, we'll get some shovels, and we'll be back in a second when it's all fired up, or when we're ready to pull the cord. We've got a little bit of a game plan laid out, so I'm just gonna walk you through what me and Willie were just discussing. There's Willie. So at this river, the deep stuff is where the good gold is. The stuff on the surface isn't super great, but what we're gonna do first is, of course, you're gonna have a big pile of coarse tailings here. So we're gonna dig a little bit here just to get that down, and then we're gonna dig down into this hole and sort of trench down there so we can get this whole thing nice and deep. And then off the back end, we've got a little room for a trough we can kind of dig out for the tailings to go down before they join up in the river. And as we go, we'll be flattening out that pile. This is the first water to hit this box since November of last year when I was running in Alberta. So just idle. You can hold this with one hand and that with the other, and then sort of adjust it. Yeah. Yeah, so we're getting the trough. Okay. And then just make the trough sort of come down this way a little bit, so it has a little longer before it rejoins there. There's no chemicals being used here. It's a small-scale shovel in operation. I was just explaining sort of what the regulations in Alberta are. So we don't need to be hamstrung by the same rules, but you know, if there's something we can do for the sediment in this area, you know, we'll do a little bit, right? Right now we've got the exhaust here. I'm wondering if the choke is still on. Yeah. So just once it warms up, you take off the choke, cleaner exhaust. Yeah. This is a 2-inch pump running at idle. It looks like pretty much the right amount of water flow if we look at what's going on in here. We'll adjust as necessary, and after about 20 shovels, we'll just sort of re-level the box a little bit, and because it looks like it's a little low on one side, but just look how Willie is excited. It's fast. All right. So basically what we'll do here is we'll all get some shovels, we'll all shovel a little, and before we really get into it where there's like 4 people shoveling, we're just gonna like set the area up a little bit better and make sure the Highbanker isn't about to tip over or anything like that. But yeah, with the pump at idle, we're good. I'm definitely getting these guys set up with a solar panel and a battery and a bilge pump for this, because it's really hard to get petrol. You can't just head into town, like not everyone has a car, and doing this off solar will be really good for these guys too in the future. So we're still just the very first few shovels. Willie says he'll do like 200 shovels in a day, and I think he's already at like 20 shovels in like a couple minutes. He's really excited about how quickly this thing is just chewing through ground. So we're just gonna have a quick look here. It's not super muddy ground, so the amount of sort of silt in the tailings is actually fairly low. From the shovel, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see it's already clearing out. It's just, no, that's fine. Every once in a while, there's just a rock that gets in the way, so you just tumble it out. And, yeah. And we can change how steep it is too, depending on which one of these. This looks like it's running well, but because this gravel is very loose, it doesn't need a lot of time to clean. We can put this at the steeper setting and it'll all just tumble out really quickly. If you want to do that, you can. So you just, pull up, slide out, and right in, And you can see just how quickly. We'll get another scoop in here for the camera. It's all really loose gravel. One day in Alberta, I did 1,600 shovels in a day because it was loose like this. So everything's tumbling really, really nice. It's kind of the perfect Highbanker for this area, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think so far?
Oh, loving the setup.
Yeah.
And once we get more shovels,
Yeah, I guess more shovels are on the way. There's a mission in progress. But yeah, so we're getting the loose gravel around these feet to stabilize it. But just one thing to notice is all the bubbles in here. The bubbles are on the surface. They're not going to like pick gold up and make it leave like in your gold pan. If you have a lot of water flow, like a single level with this much water, it might be useful to have a rubber flap. But I found that because we're moving so slowly, there's so little water, the bubbles just sit on the surface, and I never saw any benefit to having that flap. And on camera, it always looks like it's really quick, but the gravel, you can see the gravel rolling down, just really nice and slow. Normally 200 in a day, right?
yes.
Now 200 in 1 hour. Yeah, but I just want to look here. Just because we're just at the start here, do you want to just turn that engine off for a second? So just kill that engine. Yeah. So I just want to have a closer look here in the box.
Yes.
So these are all looking really good, right? So you'll notice a little bit of carpet on each side of so they're just like the right amount. We can probably have slightly more water flow and be fine, but we don't need to. Like, we have carpet exposed, everything was sort of moving around, so this looks good. If it starts to fill up and you can't see this, you need to add more water or slightly steeper. But at the level we've got it set, this is looking really good. And we shut this down like right after shovel. So if we left this run for a few minutes, it would reduce a little bit more. So yeah, everything's looking really good. This working well. So this is stainless steel. It's very hard. It'll last forever. So you can just shovel for years and it's not going to wreck anything. Got a little stuff in here, which is perfect. Screen's working good. So I just wanted to have a quick peek. It's still perfectly level. And yeah, as soon as those shovels get back here, we'll fire it up right away. But yeah, I love this sticker. Just seeing that sticker here in Papua New Guinea, I'm proud. I feel
Thank you.
very cool. Yeah. All right, we are back up and running. Pump is basically at idle. The good gold is down deep. We haven't run into any trouble with like a big pile of tailings to get rid of just yet. But when that happens, we'll figure it out. But these three guys are just, and especially Willie, that's this guy here. He's, you can see the excitement in his eyes. He does not want to stop shoveling. He's just like, oh, it's chewing up the ground. This is amazing. I want more. And on this gravel, it's loose. There isn't a ton of black sand. You could probably have a fourth person shoveling right now with that 20-inch wide sluice box because of the double level. It's just absolutely chewing through the ground. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but it's nice and active. Very nice. I found an unoccupied shovel and I was like, hook me up. I'm going to clean out a little of this so there's more room for the tailings to come down. Oh, it's so easy to dig this. There's 10. It's not overloading the box, even at that speed. It's because there's not a lot of black sand, not a lot of muck. It's keeping up. So we're gonna hit our 1,000 shovels today. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna clear this out a bit. All right, I'll get another 10 real quick here. We were down a shovel, and this thing needs all the shovels it can get. It's hungry. So he's sitting here with his machete, hacks this thing off, picks the old handle out, makes a handle. So now we're back in business. That was amazing. May I?
Yeah. Okay, you may.
That's nice, actually. I like that. There's a lot of gravel going through there. Yeah. I guess we've got multiple people counting today. I'm just counting my own. But I think they're counting for me because we're aiming for that total. Get like 1,000 shovels through here pretty quick, I think. I guess since I have the Bluetooth mic on, I can actually talk to the camera from here. But as this hole gets deeper, it's harder to shovel. But we can clean out this trough down here a little bit as well. And then the whole water level here will drop just a little bit, and we'll be able to go to the really good gold that's down deep. And once we've got maybe a couple 100, 300 shovels through here, we'll do a test pan from right down deep to see what we're actually on. But for now, I'm just gonna start working on this trench to lower the water level a bit. Woo. Ooh, there's some juicy stuff. Yeah.
170 spade. Kyle is putting 170 spade now. 170.
So are you counting for everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so total at 170, 180.
180.
Okay.
So now we go to 190.
181,
Yeah.
182, 183. Thanks for all the filming, Kenny. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is probably going to be a longer video, but this is what we've all been waiting for. So I'm not going to worry about cutting this down to 20 minutes or anything. Put a little line of rocks across here, so the water's a little lower now. And then as we dig a trench down there to like shovel more into the Highbanker, the water will lower with us, because you can see it's quite a gradient down here. So that'll let us get to the deeper gold, which I'm told is the best gold. The water was slightly to this side. We just raised this up, but if you look at this foot, see how it's exposed and undercut? So that foot, see how the space under? Yeah. We need to put some, we need to put some rocks, big rocks that won't get washed away around there, and then that'll hold it. And some of the sand can go, the big rocks. So now that's not going anywhere. We're looking nice and level on both levels. We are good to go.
So you gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
As you shovel it.
And, yeah, and now that is got rocks around it, it shouldn't move again. It's just because it was undercut by the river, right? Yeah. I think they said we're gonna stop at 500 for a water break, and I think they're right around 350 right now.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. I was concerned at first the Highbanker was too big, but there's 4 people shoveling sometimes. You need a wide box like this for this fine gold. It's just working beautifully. And just to step back from the scene here, we've got a little bit of a water break here. I'll probably tidy that up a little bit going forwards. But the water level here has dropped a little bit, and we're sort of making a trench down as we go, so that you're not like waist deep in water. It's so good to see everybody's cooperating, having a great time. And I'm relieved and really happy to see the Highbanker working so well. It's just perfect for these guys. We have a whole, the whole village comes together and digs together. You need a little wider sluice like that, so yeah.
I'm gonna make a big shout out to Patrick.
All right.
I just want to make a big shout out to Iceman. Thank you for bringing this piece of equipment all the way from Canada to Papua New Guinea. And look at it, we're mining now. We're close to 500 shovels now. Boys are going to take a break, and then after that we'll do the other 500, and we should reach our target of 1,000. So thanks, Iceman.
Iceman.
Because he's like Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
So that's his nickname.
Oh, it's too good.
75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80.
That's 480 so far, 20 to go, and a clean out, a test pan, and some water.
98. 99. 99. 500. Woo!
All right, 500.
501.
One for good luck.
Yes, sir.
One for good luck. All right, so we'll
What do we do now? We just idle it down and let it go a bit.
Yeah, so it'll keep the gold even running empty like this for a little bit.
Okay.
But after, let's say, like a minute, we'll just come over here, idle it right down. Let's see how she's looking. It looks like it's running really nicely.
Yes.
There's no like excessive material packing up.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a ton of gold in here. Oh, is that a piece? But that can be good because it means it's packed down into the mat.
Mm-hmm.
And you can slide this up, have a look here. All right. Well, as far as it's looking like it's running well, but we don't know how much gold we're putting into it. So let's take a gold pan, go down here and see how many colors are coming out. Okay. So we're probably on not so good gold on the surface, and as we get deeper it'll get better, but 500 shovels is still plenty. And there we have Willie doing our test pan.
Yes.
So this is from pretty deep down in the middle.
Yes.
From the bottom of the hole here, seem to have about 3 colors.
Yes.
And you say you found like 200 in some places.
Yes.
Yes. So this is not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Yes.
Okay. So how about we try a few more pans? Maybe if we go deeper, it will be better.
Yes.
Deeper's better.
Yes.
Okay. Got to make sure that they count. So I guess that explains why we didn't find a ton of visible gold in that sluice box yet. But it also is a nice reminder you have to do your test pans. So we're going to make sure that if we do go deep here, we're onto that good gold. And if not, do a few test pans and make sure that we're making the shovels count. That being said, 500 shovels, but it was under an hour and a half to get that done. So it was still a good way to sort of fire up the Highbanker and get going. And you never know what's in the box. So we'll do some test pans, make sure we're on the good stuff, and we'll head for that 1,000 count. I'll just tap this out again so we can have a quick look at it.
Yeah. And then you can...
Yeah, I'll show the hopper. So I just cleaned out the top hopper, which usually holds no more than about 20% of the gold. It's kind of hard to get it to show here. So there isn't like a ton of gold, but there's at least 5 times this in the box right now. So we do need to make sure we test pan to find a little bit better stuff, but that is promising, showing that the box is capturing it super, super fine gold, and that's just in the hopper. So I'm tapping all the gold into a line, and then we take our snuffer bottle, we squeeze out the air, and you just vacuum up that line of gold. A little black sand can go with it, that's fine, but we'll just get everything back into that edge again.
Nice one.
See if I can clean this up a little bit better. Careful not to lose the gold. So we're going to pull it all down a little beyond where it needs to go. Tap it up to that rim, squeeze, and you can get some black sand with it. One of the things that makes it hard to pan isn't all the black sand, it's all the gold. So if you can get rid of most of the gold, and then the next time you do this, it's a little quicker.
Still some more.
Yeah, but you can just, with the black sand, we'll deal with all of this later. Just get most of it out, and then now that there's a lot less gold in here, I should be able to pan it down a little bit further and do the final round. But now just that super concentrated line of gold. You just suck that right up. So where's that from?
This one.
That looks like a good pan.
Just stick down.
Deeper.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to go deeper.
Yes.
Butterfly. Yeah, we can't lose these.
Yeah. You wanna
Don't let it float down the river.
you wanna snuff this?
Yeah.
Fine. Oh.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yes.
But that was one shovel.
Yeah, one shovel.
So if we get into that good gold
Yes.
and do another 500 to deep,
Yes.
it'll be heavy. All right. So this is important. Don't let that float down the river.
Yes, yes.
So we just moved the Highbanker from over there to over here after doing some test pans. The better gold is here. So I guess if we're looking up the river, we were a little more to that side. Now we're moving into the main current. So right here is our new target and the Highbanker is set up. Now it's nice and level, and I'm just going to show you guys a quick trick here. So Willie,
Yes.
because we have gold in the Highbanker, when we turn on the water, sometimes that first water might want to steal some of our gold, right? So before we turn on the water, we take a shovel and we put a shovel in the hopper so it's full of gravel. Then we turn on the water. Okay, we'll get to it. This is why I really like having 4 levels on this machine. So there's a level in the front, back, and both sides. So because it's full of gold right now, we want to get it right before we turn the water on. So it's perfectly level. And then we got some nice material and we load it into the hopper so that when that first flush of water goes over, we're protecting any gold, and then it's active and it'll be just fine. So now that that's ready, we're ready to fire this thing up. On, choke. Are we good? We're ready?
Yes.
And throttle is all the way down. We'll just wait for it to prime and we'll be good to go. So we're all ready for 500 more? Yes, the good stuff? Yes. All right. And all that gravel protects the surface as it starts up. Yeah, we'll get our tailings on here, and there you go. That's 501, 502. All right, well, we'll check back along the way to 1,000. So we've got the water lowered down a little bit, heading a little more towards the center of the river where the current deep spot is. Move the Highbanker up. It was easy to set up and move, which is good. And there's definitely gold in the Highbanker, but we weren't shoveling really high-grade stuff, so it's nice to know that the pans are starting to look a lot better, and the next 500 shovels are well on the way. It's amazing having, I think there's 4 shovels here, and obviously more than 4 people, so we keep swapping out when people get tired. But yeah, it was, I'd say, an hour and 20 minutes to do 500 shovels last time. It's really, really working well. It's just like a well-oiled machine. Everyone's working together, and the Highbanker seems to be keeping up, so I'm excited about it. And so far, testing the tailings, I haven't found anything. So, I mean, you'll find stuff in your tailings if you're on good gold, but it's not losing anything yet, so that's good to see. It's just good to see everybody working together, and there's a lot of shovels going through that machine right now.
How many shovels?
297. All right.
97.
I can help.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can help.
I gotta get my hand on a shovel and help to 500 here. So 1,005 shovels. And so now it's time to do a cleanup. You want to see what's in it?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get the bucket so that we can put all the material into the bucket. And then we've got a cleanup sluice, so we can set up the cleanup sluice and see if we can get that to save time panning. Okay, let's do it. We just took out the top section in the hopper. To get this piece out here, underneath, there's a little hole. So you can feel with your finger, there's a little hole there where I can press. Yeah, it's a little bit tight. All the gravel in the sides. Woo. So if we want, we can just put the mat in and leave this out because it'll all catch it down here anyways. But we'll set that there. So this part should have some gold as well. And it just should slide right up and out back. Hand underneath. Okay, there's part number 2. So the next, the big mat's down here. That's probably where we'll use the bucket. So on each side here, there's these little screws. So you just unscrew on each side. We can pop this up like this. Let's jiggle that out. Yeah, so set that in the bucket and then just splash some. Okay. I'm wondering if this just isn't out far enough. Oh yeah, this just has to come out a little further. There's just a rock or something jamming that. There we go. Yeah, it's just a little tight. So once this comes all the way out, right like that, then the whole thing should just slide up. And just jiggle a little bit. So this is gonna have a bunch of your gold. And if you're ever out here with only like 2 people, you can run the box like this, 1 level. You don't need 2. But the faster you need the shovel, then you need the 2 levels, right? But if you're just out here by yourself one day and you don't want as many concentrates, just run it right like this. Yeah. Okay, that's already undone. We just undo this. Okay. And then, yeah, you just sort of sneak up on her here. And just always gentle. It's just aluminum. It's not very strong. So just, yeah, nice and easy. Jiggle it. It should come out nice and loose. And then you can rinse all of that. And then it just slips right out like that. And you can... And we put that in the bucket. And then I always roll it the other way. Yeah, yeah, water in there. Yeah, real nice. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Nice. All right. That's probably good, right? Yep. So you can set that mat back in here if you want. The only thing we really had trouble with here was pulling the metal out of this top tray. Now I think, if it's in my head correctly, this was the first prototype, and when Chris and I built the rest, we made it slightly thinner, so it pulls out easier. So that's probably why it was so hard to pull out, but for me, something to think of, make that easier, right? But there you go. Everything else seems to be good. We can assemble this all back together so it's ready to set up wherever we're going to set up, and then we can even start digging again while we set up the cleanup sluice and dial everything in. The Highbanker is pretty high up here, so we could almost set it like closer to the ground, and because we're scooping this pile out of the way very often, we can even lower the legs so we don't have to lift up to it. It can be lower, right? But yeah, if you want to keep digging right here, do you want to set the Highbanker?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You should be able to just a little jiggle.
You see it good?
Yeah, it should be great. Watch the hose. because we're gonna dig out this way a little bit, so we can even put it like right there. But what I'm thinking is we can just lower it down. So long as we're clearing this out, it can be closer to the water. Yeah, like maybe right around there-ish. All right, so that's working great. This piece here, we just removed the expanded metal because I think this production box, it was 1/8 of an inch wider than in the rest of them, so it got jammed in there, and we're just leaving it as a raw mat instead. And everything here is looking nice and level. We've got it set a little closer to the ground, so I've lowered the box because people are here to shovel the pile out of your way, and because we're digging from down deep, here you don't have to lift so high above your head. But that's 1,000 shovels so far, and I'm sure these guys will do at least another 500 while we take the concentrates in here and we'll run them through the cleanup sluice using a pan to catch tailings, because that'll only capture about 90%, but it'll really concentrate it down. It seems to be running all right, and there's a safety gold pan down there, so any gold that escapes will be in the gold pan. We'll just pan it out. Chipping away at some concentrates over there. We got Willie chipping away at some more concentrates over here. A lot of black sand.
Yes, a lot of black sand.
Gold showing.
Yes.
So that'll take a little while to,
Yes.
yeah. We're definitely not on super rich 1 gram per 100 shovels.
Yeah.
Otherwise we'd have 10 grams.
Yeah.
But it's definitely looking like it's adding up. It seems like anywhere you shovel, there's gold. There we go. Now we got to empty this into a different gold pan. I'm just gonna use the bucket. Somebody hold that. I'm just gonna carefully. Yep. That is tropical downpour right there. It's the shower we need.
Yes.
It's the shower we need. This is great. New umbrella handle.
This place, it's not the first time. So community people already dug this area.
Right.
So that's why.
So
we
this
don't
is
have the
this
most-
is tailings.
Yes.
Not bad for tailings, but we need to go upriver.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna get the oxen palm corned beef and some rice to charge up. And while all this is happening, what I'm looking at here, it makes me happy because, well, of course there's our little umbrella and everything, but the amount of ground they moved there, very impressive for just hand digging. But we saw what we're getting, and so he's just panning out the last of it there. It's not great. So this is all tailings. We're saying we got to move upriver. But the second the rain stopped, the engine started immediately. Everyone started shoveling. They're going to try to go as deep as they can and see if they can get to some virgin ground deep where the nuggets are. And yeah, no disappointment. It's just straight back to work. Just kicking butt out here. Love it. Absolutely love it. Got the rice, oxen palm, corned beef, and onion, and I can smell it from here. My dad used to make this for me when I was a kid, and it is so good. So this is the best
Oxen palm in the world.
the best oxen palm.
Sorry, corned beef.
The best corned beef in the world is oxen palm.
Yeah.
Having that here in Papua New Guinea, we got 2 big scoops.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll be here for seconds.
Yep.
Let's do it up. Yep. Salty,
Yep.
greasy, exactly what you need out here. It goes good with the rice too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my stomach was a little unsettled the other day, so got to get these calories back in.
Yeah. One more.
Oh, absolutely one more.
This is all for you and me. So.
Okay, so we can empty the plate out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be eating all that for sure. I just love right back to mining.
Yep.
No breaks. That Highbanker is going to go through thousands of shovels over the following months.
Yep.
Thousands of shovels. So I was out having lunch, and these guys ended up moving the Highbanker all by themselves. So they've already got it dialed. It was perfectly flat, perfectly level. They did a great job. And I mean, this is day one, right? So that's really good to see. And then look how deep they're getting. I did a little bit more work, just trying to move the water around here and lower this down. And everyone's really excited because they're getting into a different color of sand. It's like this blue sand, a lot muckier, and I guess they found nuggets down there before. So it's still not really rich when you do test pans, but it's just the top layer of it. So everyone's really excited to get this as deep as we can, and then they're just going to go to 500 shovels again, so 1,500 for the day. And then yeah, we'll show you the final clean out here at the end. I know this video is probably way too long already, so I won't go over everything again. But yeah, I just think it's really cool. Everybody's here, everybody's energetic, they're all excited about the gold, and it's kind of an accomplishment if you look at this hole right here, just plain in the water. So this is just the top hopper, and it's from 500 shovels, which takes about an hour and a half.
Yes.
But it's deeper.
Deeper.
So it's definitely better than this morning's 1,000 shovels.
Head box. Head box.
Just the head box.
Head box.
Head box.
The second one is.
Okay.
This is the first one.
Okay. So we'll see how it.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it will be hopefully even better.
It's 500.
Getting better. It's just really pretty stuff.
I think it's not underneath depth yet. You don't reach underneath.
No, we reach.
But it gets even better as we go deeper?
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow even better. Okay. All right, you got me interested. Yeah, no, that's way better than the 1,000.
Yeah.
Just 500.
It's 500.
So imagine 1,500,
Yeah.
but even better. Yeah, you're onto some good stuff pretty soon here. Easy. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well done today, guys, with 1,500 shovels. We'll go see how the gold is coming. Just another little handful.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot more where that came from, but that sure is pure looking stuff. Very bright. I definitely don't have a scale, but fair bit of black sand mixed in here. But this is, well, actually it's not even that much black sand. But yeah, there's the take for the day. I'm guessing about 2 grams. But that's in 1,500 shovels, and most of this was from the last 500 shovels when we got deeper. So we're gonna have to make the decision, do we try a spot in this gravel bar upriver where it's high above the water and we can dig down deep into the gravel and sort of see what the grade is, or do we go with the deep hole and just keep going deeper, because I guess the deeper you go, the better it gets. But yeah, no, everyone seems happy just to see a bit of gold. Like over a gram of gold in a day is always a good thing. And yeah, who knows what we'll do tomorrow. We'll definitely do some prospecting, make sure we're onto some, well, either way it'll be better ground, because we'll be deeper in this hole or set up in a new spot. But I know this has been a long video. I'm sure I would have crammed a lot of the video into this. So we'll leave you with that. Stay tuned. Keep watching the Papua New Guinea gold mining series, and till next time, cheers and thank you for watching.